Hello everyone, welcome back to Indiana Kayak Fishing Journal. Today, it is January and I got a special treat for you guys. I was actually able to get out on Lake Michigan, and as you can see, it's very, very calm today, to do some jigging for lake trout. And actually, I just caught the first 4 lake trout that I've ever caught in my kayak, all back to back to back. I have to leave because I'm running out of daylight and I have about 2 miles to get back to the launch. So, like I said, basically I caught all these lake trout, just jigging a Rippin Rap. So behind me you can see the frozen break wall here. And then on the other side of me, you can see the vast emptiness that is 22,000 square miles of Lake Michigan. So let me do a quick panoramic shot for you guys because it's just so freaking beautiful out here right now. Sorry if my hands are a little shaky. It's really pretty cold out here. Like I said, absolutely incredible day. Couldn't ask for anything more, especially in the middle of January. Just absolutely incredible that I'm even out here. So I hope you guys enjoy this footage. Later on. I would love to actually get one in the boat. I got one. Yes. Yes, I got a Laker. That is awesome. Too cool. All right, so that was the footage of the first lake trout that I ever caught from a kayak. Just an absolutely incredible experience. I feel so fortunate to have got out there and to catch them, but also to catch them jigging instead of trolling. You know, they're fun to catch trolling, but it's absolutely completely different ball game when you're catching them vertically jigging like what I was doing. So like I said, just an absolutely incredible experience. Now, out of the 4 fish that I caught that day, the first fish that I caught ended up being by far the smallest fish that I caught. You know, that fish was probably only about a 5-pounder, where every other fish I caught was 10, 15 plus pounds, you know, probably up there approaching 20 pounds for the biggest fish. So like I said, he only fought for about 2 minutes before I got him in the boat. The other fish ended up fighting for 8, 10, 12 minutes at a time. So what I had to do was edit a lot of that footage down so that I don't have 12 minutes of me, you know, just with the rod bent straight over the side of the boat watching a lake trout bulldog. You know, they're not acrobatic fighters. They're not really fast fighters. They're just powerful, they're strong, and they want to stay on the bottom. So there's bulldog for the bottom the entire time. But like I said, just an absolutely incredible experience. The footage of this next fish, this is actually the biggest fish of the day. Just an absolutely incredible fight. This fish fought for all of 12 minutes. Just an absolutely incredible battle. I hope you guys enjoy it. Fifth one I've had hooked. We'll see if I can actually get another one in the boat here. Jeez. Been not doing very good with getting them in the boat. That was a really weird hit. I almost didn't feel it at all. Oh, this is awesome. It's a good fish here. Definitely not too happy about being hooked, that's for dang sure. This is a much nicer fish here. I'm really hoping I get to see this fish. It's a big one. You can tell just by how it's fighting, it's a nice big one. Nice and easy. Still 24 feet straight under the kayak. 27. 30 feet. Oh my gosh. This guy's pulling hard. He's wearing my arms out, that's for damn sure. I see bubbles. Big old lake trout, dang. I got him. Yes. Yes. Ah, yes. That's amazing. Ah, giant laker. Ah, yes. Oh, shit. Oh, I am wore out. Well, it finally happened. Lake Michigan was finally calm enough on a nice day for me to come out here and do some jigging for lake trout. I just boated a monster lake trout. I'm gonna show it to you. This fish is just absolutely incredible. It gave me a hell of a battle. Gonna be nice for me. That is a hell of a lake trout there. Look at that thing. Unbelievable fish. Just absolutely incredible. Incredible fish. Look at the head on that. These things are awesome. There he goes. Okay, so real quick, I'm going to go over the technique that I was using to catch these fish. Basically, what you want to do is, what I did was I actually just went up and down the shoreline until I found a spot where I was seeing lake trout on the bottom on my fish finder. A lot of times I have trouble seeing fish on my fish finder, but these fish are so big that I had absolutely no trouble seeing them when they were down there. So what I did was I went around, found some fish, and then I actually just dropped straight down on top of them. Like I said, I was using my trolling rods as opposed to using like a casting rod, which is not ideal. I wasn't actually expecting to do any jigging for these fish. I was actually going to try trolling for them, but the conditions were just perfect and I was seeing the fish right on the bottom down below me. So I thought I would take a chance and just snap on a lure and try to present it vertically to these fish. Now, a variety of lures are going to work using this technique. You know, some people use these little like jigging spoons, and I've seen those work really well. Some people like, you know, tubes. Tubes work really well if you fish them right on the bottom like that as well. You know, good sized tubes. Blade baits work really well. These blade baits are really great. And then what I was using was actually this Rapala Rippin Rap. And that's what I was catching those fish on. So the advantage that you have with these two baits in particular is when you actually jig them up, you can feel the lure vibrate as it's coming up. So it's really nice because it actually tells you if the lure is either fouled up or if you have something snagged on the hooks. You won't feel that motion. Whereas as long as the bait is running correctly, you're going to feel that motion as it's coming up. So I said, you know, basically you just jig by pulling the rod up a couple of feet and letting the lure flutter back down to the bottom. You want to get contact with the bottom after every jigging motion, and you want to try to keep your line tight as the lure is sinking back down to the bottom so you can detect bites. These fish, though, really you don't feel them like tap it or thump it. Most of the time what you'll feel is either no weight at all, so like your lure stops before it gets to the bottom, or it'll just be this weird spongy feeling where it just, like, it's hard to explain, but you can just kind of tell that something's up with your lure. If you ever feel anything like that, you just set the hook immediately, because a lot of times you have a fish on there. So, like I said, pretty easy technique, a pretty awesome way to catch them. Just an absolute blast to do. Well, that didn't take long. That did not take long at all. And the battle is well and truly joined. Another nice Laker. Unbelievable. I just hit the exact right day here. The wind is just laying down for me. It's making this nice and easy. My pedal in back to the ramp is going to be easy. Just hit the exact right day. Yeah, that's a nice little Laker. Not nearly as big as that last one, but this is a good fish still. Oh my gosh, unbelievable. Still a nice fish. Not nearly as big as that last one. God, they're strong fish, especially catching them jigging like this. They are fun. Very fun fish to catch jigging. Oh God. Gotta look at it a couple of times. It's a decent fish. Oh man, look at those head shakes. Oh man. Unbelievable. Digging, 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 digging. About freaking time the weather cooperated where I could get out here and do this. Been wanting to do this for the past couple of months and just haven't been able to. Really wish I had brought different gear to jig with too, instead of using these trolling rods to jig with. It's working though. Is. Come on, baby. There we go. Got her. That's a nice fish. Yeah. Good fish. Pretty fish that time. Wow. Beautiful fish. That one's got some awesome patterns on it. One last look at her. She's beautiful. All right, send you home. Boy, they're pretty hardy. They just swim right off. Even, I mean, the water's 32, I guess, so it's cold. There are 5 main species of trout and salmon on Lake Michigan. You got king salmon, coho salmon, steelhead, brown trout, and lake trout. Now out of those 5, lake trout is unique because lake trout are actually the only species that are native to Lake Michigan. The other 4, while they do have some wild populations, are not native to Lake Michigan, and they're actually from other parts of the country, other parts of the world, and those 4 are actually stocked to create a sport fishery and then also to maintain a sport fishery where there is not enough natural reproduction to keep up the population, to have a fishable population. So I said the lake trout are unique because they're native to the lake. So states and then the federal government actually stock lake trout with the intent of trying to rehabilitate the population and then actually to create a naturally reproducing population of lake trout in the lake. So what's interesting about that is as you're watching this footage, you'll see each of these fish that I catch actually have a fin clip, which indicates that they're a stocked fish. And depending on the fin clip, you can actually go to a database on the internet and see approximately when that fish was stocked and who stocked it, which is pretty interesting. So like some of the fish were missing the adipose fin, some were missing the pectoral fin, and by looking that information up, you can actually tell approximately when those fish were stocked. So just an interesting tidbit and something that you can look for when you're out fishing on Lake Michigan. Didn't think that was a fish at first. Wasn't moving or anything. Definitely a fish. Unbelievable. That one took a little more effort, but not that much really in the grand scheme of things. Boy, another nice laker. Holy crap. That is a beast. He can't be done yet. I'm gonna have to quit doing this. My arms are killing me. This is too much fun though. Too much freaking fun. It's pretty cool when you feel them hit. Digging. Digging, digging, digging. Oh, what a good change of pace from trolling for steelhead. That's starting to get a little old for me. Although catching steelhead is fun, trolling for them and not catching them is not fun. These lake trout though, this is incredible. Look at them fight. You know, these fish get a bad name trolling out on the lake. You know, people don't like to catch them trolling because, I mean, honestly, they aren't really that much fun to catch trolling, but boy, if you can catch them jigging like this, I mean, look at the fight they give. This one came up pretty quick, but it's not giving up. Boy, the lake really calmed down nice for me. The sun's out. This is just unbelievable. Unbelievable. Couldn't be any nicer today. Oh, oh. There she is. You ready to give up, or are you gonna keep going? Keep going. Jeez. They do not give up, though. That is for damn sure. She's got that Rippin Rap right in her yap there. Hooked absolutely perfectly. Another nice laker. Beautiful. Oh, wow. Mondo lake trout. All right, well, that's gonna do it for the video today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know that this was absolutely one of my favorite trips that I've had probably in the last couple of years. Just absolutely incredible day, absolutely incredible fishing today. So I want to thank everybody that likes, comments, subscribes to the channel. I really appreciate all you guys. Hopefully I'll see you on the next one.